Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Jessica Walters, the Health Fitness Program Manager from Mida and McLean, and I'm here today to lead you through your total body Yin Yoga practice. We're actually, this practice is really supposed to be good for just kind of helping today, focusing on just like waking up that energy within your body that might just feel like super snooze fest right now. I don't know about you guys. I could do a 45-minute class of straight up Savasana, but we're not going to only do Savasana today. We are going to get some other postures going. So we're going to get started in about 3 minutes. Please make yourself as comfortable as possible. Grab whatever props, pillows, blankets, yada yada, yakety schmackety makes you happy. Dress cozy, and let's meet on our mats. Yay. Feel free to do whatever feels right for yourself for the next couple of minutes. If you've already made it down to the floor, we're going to start in a seated position today, but do whatever feels good for you. Feel free to lay down for the next couple of minutes. Feel free to really come into your breath. I would lay down and join you, but I'm afraid I might not get up. I realized I forgot to drink coffee today, so I tried making that internet trend. You know what I'm talking about, which I big time failed at. Twice. Whatever I made still tastes absolutely delicious. Have you guys tried this like whipped coffee trend? If you have, and it's worked for you, I'd love to see a picture, because if it worked for you, I know you took one. Okay, we still got a little bit of time before we get started, so do what feels right. I'm going to light a little bit of incense just to get in that mood. All right. Oh, so good. I had to use the stove because I have no idea where incendiary devices are. Yoga. Hi everybody, thanks for coming to Yin today. It's me, Jessica, the Health Fitness Program Manager from Mida and McLean. Four-legged friend warning. We're gonna go ahead and get started in Sukhasana Easy Pose today. As always, as you're sitting here in easy pose, if you notice that those knees are coming all the way up towards your chest, just find something that you can sit on, be it a pillow or a block or a folded towel or a blanket. Oh no, my mind's already going. Just so you can really just start to relax and release a bit. So today's practice is once again Wonderful Wednesday. So we're doing some yin. And yin, we're going to be holding our stretches for a little bit longer than we would in a normal mind-body connection class together. The idea is that we're going to work into our, not so much our muscles, but our ligaments, our fascia, the connective tissues, our skin, and just enjoy some longer stretches. So just starting off right now, coming into your breath, feel free to close your eyes, grounding your sit bones into the floor. All you need to focus on is this relaxing breath. Long, slow, deep inhales in through your nose. Take a moment with those lungs fill, and as you're ready, long, slow exhales out through your nose or your mouth. If sitting on the floor here, you already start to notice some discomfort in your back, just take a little bit of engagement in your abdominal core and start to notice what's happening with your pelvis. If you're really leaning forward a lot, if you're really arching back a lot, and do your best to ground those sit bones to keep that pelvic bowl as full as possible. A little bit of length through the crown of your head, relaxing your shoulders away from your ears. Take this time here in these last couple of warm up breaths for our practice to maybe set an intention for yourself. Really focusing on your breath. Use your breath to help you clear your mind. Anything that you have to do today, I promise you, will still be there for you later. So do your best to forget about it right now. Just focus on yourself and your breath. If you do find that your mind starts just circling back to all of that junk, maybe take a moment to count your breath, counting the seconds of your inhale, counting the seconds of your exhale. Just taking a moment to really try and change your personal channel, your personal focus, to enjoy this time that you already created for yourself. You're so worth it. All right, feel free to keep your eyes closed for the entire practice and just do the absolute best that you can with the body that you have today to create the shapes that I'm describing. We're going to come into our first real posture of the day, not like Sukhasana isn't a real posture. It definitely is. Go ahead, bring your soles of your feet together, and we're going to come into butterfly. Feel free as we start to come into butterfly, maybe to just kind of rock a little bit side to side, finding what feels good for you. If you want to have your feet really close towards the center line of your body or really far away. Think about bringing your props here, maybe all the way in front of you if you're feeling really flexible. Maybe having a prop right here between your legs if you're not feeling very flexible, because I am going to encourage you to hinge forward. If your knees are having trouble reaching down towards the floor as easily as mine, maybe you're placing your props on the outside of your knees to just help to take a little bit of relaxation right here. All right, so we're going to hinge forward. Maybe you have your hands around your toes. Maybe you choose to have your palms facing up towards the ceiling. Even reaching your hands forward can help to create a little bit more of a stretch. Feel free to, like I said, use any props you got. If you got it, you can totally use it. Maybe you're going to rest your head down on the floor or between your feet. We're going to stay here for at least the next, I hesitate to tell you, 3 minutes. 3 minutes. So your goal right now is to find a stretch that maybe feels a little challenging, but reasonable, that you can hang out in with complete stillness, focus, relaxation, and breath for like barely over 2 minutes from right this moment. What you don't want to do is find yourself stretching and releasing and stretching and releasing. So just come into that one point of focus and start to scan your body from head to toe and ask yourself, what can you relax? Are your shoulders creeping up towards your ears? Can you release them? Are you doing anything weird with your face? Do you look happy and pleasant? Can you? Just back to that breath. There's no need to feel like you need to go any deeper than you are right now. And you might start to notice some trembling, some shaking, which is very normal because remember, we're working a little bit deeper into those connective tissues, spaces that might not quite have felt the stretch in some of our other practices. You're amazing and you're doing great. We've got about, 3 to 4 breaths right here. Hopefully you had your eyes closed and you didn't see me spit a little, but it happens, you know. Last 2 breaths. Awesome. Take your time as you gently roll yourself up, 1 vertebrae at a time. Take a moment to just shake out whatever you need to. Get your props out of the way because next up we're going to roll over onto our bellies. We've got Sphinx or Seal. Sphinx or Seal coming up next. We're really going to move around a lot today. Get ready to have some fun. Okay. All right, so here we are in Sphinx or Seal. Let's start out in Sphinx with your elbows underneath of your shoulders. Feel free to separate those feet nice and wide, tops of the feet pressing down towards the mat. You can even take a second, shake your butt right and left to really just relax right here. We're just gonna manipulate our necks a little to begin with in Seal. So go ahead, look forward with your eyes. We're focusing on the stretch that we're creating, pressing your elbows gently into the floor. Little stretch is happening on those shoulders with your chest open. Big stretch is happening in that lower back. If you feel like it's already hard for you to be right here in Sphinx, feel free to use your props. Maybe using your props to help you here. You do want to try and keep that belly button down towards the floor, but you got to do whatever feels best for you today. And if this doesn't feel best for you, find what does. Maybe you need to tuck your chin a little bit more towards your chest, be a little bit more passive in the stretch right now. Once again, scanning your body from head to toe, relaxing your eyes and your eyebrows. Each breath longer, deeper, slower, more relaxed than the last. You can stay right here for the second half of the posture, or option to feel the stretch a little bit deeper by pressing into your hands, palms, straightening those arms, and coming up into Seal. Having your hands a little further away from the center line of your body can help make Seal accessible if it's something that you're really interested in, but having your hands close just feels a little bit too deep. So think about that. Think about still working to relax those shoulders away from your ears. Big engagement of the back right here. You got to find that stillness, that focus though. So if you find yourself coming out and in and out and in, it's super cool. Go back to Sphinx. Relax your glutes. Notice if you're bringing tension back to your lower half of your body, and just really focus on relaxation, on that activation of your back, shoulders. Last 3 to 4 breaths right here. Release those glutes once more. Last breath. All right, take a moment, relax your chest down towards the floor. Make a diamond shape with your hands, palms, bend your knees, and windshield wipe your feet. Right and left, right and left. Relieve that tension that might have built up in your upper back, because we're going to press ourselves back up into that Sphinx position once more, just to do a little bit of neck release. Not too much, don't you worry. All right, so back here again. Feel free to open those legs as wide as you want to. Elbows are still underneath of your shoulders. And you're going to bring your chin towards your left shoulder. We're just going to take 4 stretches of the neck, each one for about 30 seconds, relaxing your breath. Go ahead, take one more deep inhale, and on your exhale, turn your chin towards your right shoulder. Just find a spot to relax your eye gaze. If your eyes keep moving, your mind keeps moving. So truly taking this time to be as mentally focused, as mindful, as into your breath as you possibly can be. Sending those exhales to any points of tension you might feel. Take one more nice deep inhale. And on your exhale, chin to chest. Get ready for one more stretch. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, stretch your eyes, nose, chin up towards the ceiling. Three more lifted breaths right here. One more deep inhale. And on your exhale, melt your chest down to the floor. Bring your arms out to the side like a cactus. Bring your right ear down towards the floor. We're going to draw that left leg up towards the left elbow in frog. If it's uncomfortable for you to get your ear to the floor, feel free to use a prop, maybe a block, maybe a pillow, whatever, to relax your ear or temple down towards the floor. This block was a horrible choice. Maybe you need to have some sort of a prop underneath of your knee. Whatever feels good for you. Today we've got about 2 minutes right here with the left side lifted, and 2 minutes are going to come up with the right side as well. Great, relaxing your fingers, relaxing your shoulders, truly just sinking that upper body into the mat. Truly take that body scan from head to toe. It's so natural and normal for your tension to creep back in. And I'm sure we all have some standard spots where you feel it. My shoulders always come up as earrings, and I'm always squeezing my butt like I'm holding money between the cheeks. It is a constant reminder for me to relax those 2 spots. Maybe you tend to purse your lips, or you tend to make that wrinkle appear between your eyebrows while you're thinking really deep. Whatever your go-to stress thingy-majingy is, really take your focus to it right now. Last 2 breaths right here. right, on your next exhale, you're going to slowly start to bring that left leg down. Turn your head to the opposite side and draw your right leg up. Draw your right leg up, bring that inner thigh towards the mat, come into a 90-degree angle, into as beautiful of a frog as you can be today. And once you find the stretch that feels good, that you can hold, and remember, it might feel a little uncomfortable. Uncomfortable is normal. Painful is not good. Shaking, normal. Screaming tense pain, not good. Focus your eyes on that one spot. Finding a focus with your eyes and really reflecting back to your breath can help with the stillness, with this relaxation. So much easier to get into your total body scan when you're in control of your breath and feel relaxed. Last 3 to 4 breaths right here. All right, once again, use your exhale to get that right leg back down in line with the left. Go ahead, bring your hands, palms in line with your chest. We're going to press ourselves back up into tabletop. If you need to give yourself a couple cat-cows or shimmy shakes right here, you can go for it. If not, we're going to go right into puppy pose or melting hearts pose. So you can feel free to open your knees a little bit wider to create a nice stable base right here. I'm going to keep mine right underneath of my hips as I start to walk my hands, palms forward. Now you have an option to keep your hands, palms forward, keep walking those hands, palms forward, and even keeping your chin forward with the idea of your chest coming down towards the floor. If you need to, you can use your block, your prop, your pillow, or something to hang out underneath of your chest to make this big shoulder opener feel a little bit better. You can make it easier on yourself by dropping your chin towards your chest and allowing your head to come down towards the floor. If you're able to get your chest down towards the floor, remember we're keeping those hips high. This is not child's pose, this is puppy pose. You can also bend at your elbows and bring your fingertips back towards your neck for a little bit deeper of a stretch, bringing the stretch even more towards your mid and lower back as those elbows stretch forward. If you need even more, having your hands up on a block, I'm not even going to demo that, can help to create an even deeper stretch if your elbows are on the block instead of the floor so that your head can hang down towards the floor. If that's something you're interested in learning more about, reach out to me and I will talk you through it. But you got to be smart for your body and you got to know what is your limit. And remember, it's okay to feel uncomfortable, but you don't want to feel pain as we hang out right here. What can you relax? Halfway. You have got this. Stay right here. If you need to come out just a little bit, if you need to make a teeny adjustment, you make that adjustment for yourself and then you find your stillness again. Last 3 or 4 breaths. bring those hips back. Oh, we're coming into child's pose. You can open your knees nice and wide or keep your knees narrow. You can keep this big stretch happening in your shoulders with your arms forward. Feel free to take a generous bend of your elbows. Feel free to bring your block with you if you already feel like there is a lot of mucus draining towards your head, to keep that head lifted so that it doesn't all drain down into there. And if this is still a lot on your shoulders, remember you can bring your hands palms down by your heels. Just find whatever feels the most relaxing for you today. 2 minutes right here. Try to find such stillness that you notice faraway sounds you might not normally hear. Last 2 breaths. Great. Bring yourself back up into tabletop. We're going to get a little bit of hip opening. We got like 4 postures coming up before we find ourselves back in child's pose. Okay, so the first one is going to be pigeon. So maybe walking your hands forward a little bit. You're going to bring this right knee up and your left, oh my gosh, your right heel can be as close to your left hip as feels comfortable for you, or it can be as close up towards the top of the mat as feels good for you as well. Just work to find something that feels relaxing right here. You have the option to stay nice and lifted in your pigeon. If this straight leg is too much for you also, think about coming into kind of like a modified deer pose with a nice bend of that back knee. And then as you're ready, you're just gonna start to fold yourself forward. Feel free once again to use your blocks, your props right here. Working to relax that left hip flexor towards the mat. Even if you're here in this half deer pose, you can still work to kind of press into the edge of that left knee instead of rolling out onto the right glute. Same thing if your leg is straight, just working to kind of roll towards that left hip flexor, relaxing everything down towards the mat. Whatever feels good with your arms is great. I know it's so hard to find that stillness when you're feeling these big stretches. So notice if you, like me, have the temptation to move your fingers or wiggle your nose or just do something. Bring this back to your mind, to your breath and your stillness. Last 2 to 3 breaths right here. press into your hands, palms, lift yourself up, and we're going to come into half dragonfly. So just kind of rolling onto that left glute and fold your right leg in as much as feels comfortable for you today. And we're going to take a moment, just lift it right here. Rearrange yourself as much as you want to. This right heel can be as close or as far away from the center line of your body as feels appropriate. Option to bring your block with you because we're going to make this stretch a little bit deeper. Go ahead and take a deep inhale. Stretch your arms up. And then exhale, reach your left hand fingertips towards that left big toe. You can keep this right arm stretching up towards the ceiling if you want to. We're going to bend the left elbow. You can either place this left elbow onto your block if it feels comfortable for you, onto your pillow. If you can take an even deeper stretch, go ahead and release that left elbow closer down towards the floor. Go ahead, do whatever feels good with this right arm. Focus on relaxing both of those sit bones. Oh my God, I caught a mouse and I just noticed it during class. And I'm so grossed out right now. Back to your breath. Oh my gosh, 2 more big breaths right here. One more nice deep inhale. And on your exhale, lift yourself up. Hold on. I'm totally confused about what's coming up next. All right, we're gonna lay down on our sides, laying down on this right side for a nice spine twist. So straighten that right leg out. We're gonna send your left leg up in front of you. And you're gonna reach your left hand fingertips behind you. Your right hand fingertips can maybe grab hold of your left foot. And if you wanna come into an even deeper twist, go ahead, bend your right knee, reach for that right big toe, and work to really open that chest. This is a big stretch though. So maybe you don't grab hold of that right foot. Maybe you don't quite grab hold of that left leg. Maybe you bring the bends back towards your knees and this spine twist right here. So gross. All right. I'm just going to look at my watch. Beautiful. Go ahead, take one more nice deep inhale. And on your exhale, gently begin to untwist. Release any binds that you might have. Go ahead, bring those knees together. We're going to roll back over onto your belly. You're going to press yourself up and send your hips back towards your heels as you come back into child's pose. And pardon me while you guys hang out in child's pose and I do something about that. You're the best, everyone. Just keep breathing, you guys. I'm coming back to join you. Oh, child's pose is so good, so good. Last 3 to 4 breaths right here. right, gently pull yourself back up into tabletop, and let's get that other leg for pigeon. So you're going to bring your left knee out towards your left hand palm, and your right heel can be as close towards your right hip or your right hand as feels good for you today. I am a lot more open right now on my left side than I was on my right, and I'm super afraid of everything around my apartment right now. Good times. All right, so remember, taking a moment to start lifted. If you need to, you can bend that right knee into that frog pose like we started with, like a frog kind of deer pose, and you can hang out right here, and you still have the option to come down as forward as much as feels good for you today. And if it is an option for you to get a little bit deeper into that hip flexor, into that right leg and glute, go ahead, extend that right leg behind you. Feeling this a lot more in that left leg big time too. Relax those shoulders. Feel free to once again place your head on top of your block, finding whatever feels good for you today. I'm just laughing at myself, you guys, because sometimes you just need to laugh at yourself. Last 3 to 4 breaths right here. All right, go ahead, press yourself up, and you can just roll over onto that left butt cheek, and I'm gonna turn myself around so you can see what's happening here. As we come into half dragonfly again, which just means that your right leg is extended and your left heel is towards the center line of your body. Hey, remember that one time I was teaching class and something really gross happens? I know, it was today. Okay, so feel free to bring your prop with you once again. We're going to really ground your sit bones to the floor. Start flexing that right toe back towards your face. So the big stretch in the beginning is the stretch that you're creating on the right leg. And then we're going to get this nice total body stretch all over the sides as well. So inhale your arms up overhead. And then you're going to reach that right hand fingertip in the direction of your big toe. And if you can't grab that toe at all, that's fine. Where can you place your arms? That's why you've got a prop right here. Don't feel like you have to reach all the way forward to get that big toe to create this big stretch all over the left side. Once you're here and you're enjoying the stretch, feel free to relax and release that left hand down. And you still feel that deep stretch, pressing your left sit bone down towards the floor. Feel free to tuck your chin towards your chest, or turn it to the left shoulder. Find the stretch that feels best for you, where you can just hang out right here. Can you keep kicking your right heel away from you and flexing your toes back towards your face? What kind of relaxation can you bring towards your shoulders? Last 3 to 4 breaths right here. Beautiful stillness. Beautiful focus, you guys. Just breathing, relaxing, clearing your mind. What are you thinking about? What's your happy place? Sometimes I just like to think about the clouds rolling by in my head. You know, when you close your eyes and you see all those shapes and squiggles and stuff. You know you see it. All right, slowly, gently lift yourself up. Yay, let's lay down on the left side now. Laying ourselves down on the left side for this nice big twist. You're gonna kick your right leg forward as much as feels good for you. Maybe grabbing hold of that right big toe with your left hand. And then as you open your chest and work to release that right shoulder back down towards the mat, maybe even opening your right hand out and hanging out right here. Or bending that left leg and reaching back for that left foot or big toe or ankle or whatever you can grab to just create an even deeper twist. And if this super deep twist doesn't feel good for you, because it's a little too much for me on this side, I'm just going to relax and release a little bit. This big toe stretch feels great though. So finding what feels good. Remember, every day is different. Every day your body is different. What does your body need today? Figure it out right now. Just about 2 minutes right here. Do you ever get those classes where you just get the giggles? Good. I hope you do. Last 3 to 4 breaths right here. Awesome. Gently release. Go ahead, bring those legs together. Roll back over onto your belly. One more time. We're going to press ourselves up and back into child's pose. Just look around for safety. Okay. Open or close legs, child's pose once more. Whatever feels good for you today. We're coming towards the end of our practice, you guys. We've just got a couple more stretches to go together. Hopefully those shoulders are feeling a little more open right now. Maybe you can take a deeper child's pose stretch and find it relaxing and releasing than you did before. Yin Yoga is all about relaxing those muscles and hopefully finishing class feeling a little bit more rejuvenated, refreshed than you would in particularly a vinyasa flow or a really challenging active yoga class. I try to bring you guys a lot of Hatha yoga. All right, pull yourself back up. Next up, we're just going to go for staff pose. So go ahead, sit over on your feet, kick your legs out in front of you. Yay! Staff pose. Just taking one more moment, nice and lifted right here. Bring your hands, palms right by your hips. Open your chest. Chin neutral towards your chest, flex your toes back towards your face. If this is a little too much on the back of your legs, that's totally okay. Think about sitting up on your block. Sitting on a prop really can help to bring some relaxations to your tight hamstrings. Also, if you don't have a block, simply taking a bend in your knees right here, keeping that back nice and straight as opposed to the rounding of the curve with your belly coming towards your thighs can help make this staff pose a lot more enjoyable. Good work. 3 more breaths right here. Stay lifted. Keep that chest open. Keep that back gently active. You've got this. You are worth it. Take one more deep inhale. And on your exhale, slowly lower yourself all the way down onto the mat. You guys, you made it into final Savasana. Feel free to open your legs as wide as you want. Feel free to open your arms as wide as you want. Close your eyes and come into complete relaxation right here. Feel free to readjust your shoulders or your hips. Like truly get ready to melt as deeply into the mat. Like you're going to live there forever, just like that. Just like that. So good. So good for you. Take this moment to truly thank yourself for making the time for you, for your mental health, for your physical space, for your movement, for your mindfulness, for your relaxation and your meditation. Scan your body once more from head to toe and notice where you might still be harboring any points of tension. Send your super relaxed breath to any of those points. And know that at any point of your day, if those sensations come back, taking a moment in your breath and yourself, that these feelings can be with you anywhere. These delightful yoga feelings, on and off the mat. Feel free to stay right here in this final Savasana for as long as feels good for you. If you, like me, have some things you might need to take care of, then let's go ahead and come back to the middle of our mats, finding a nice seated position, either drawing your knees in towards your chest and rocking yourself up like a ball, or pressing yourself over, pushing yourself up into a seated position. Yay, here we are. Bring your hands, palms back to the center of your chest for a moment. In Namaskar with your thumbs touching on your sternum, and tuck your chin to your chest. Once more, honoring yourself. Thank you guys so much for coming and sharing your energy, not just with me, but with each other. Sorry, things got a little weird today. I hope to see you all again soon. Let me know if there's anything that I can do to help you with in the comments. Namaste. Wednesday. Thank you guys so much for coming. I really appreciate you. I know that got weird.